My name is Chris Hardy. I'm the Executive Director and founder of U.S. Kennels Incorporated. We're a five. My name is Chris Hardy. I'm the Executive Director and founder of U.S. Kennels Incorporated. We're a 501c3. We're located in Salisbury, Maryland, on Snow Hill Road at the Holly Center, Building 900. And basically what we do, our mission is we try to rescue two things. We rescue dogs from, for example, like humane societies, animal control, dog rescues, and then we, on the other hand, rescue veterans as well. So U.S. Kennels actually started in 2017. I kind of got the idea when I was in Afghanistan, 2005 and 2006. Started a canine program, well actually it's a recovery program for canine for the Department of Defense. I was getting some training aid from one of the field hospitals, and they had this, I don't know, she probably was like 2 years old, little infant in Afghanistan. And about from from the neck up, or the shoulders up, she was hit by an IED. And I was walking through the field hospital, and I actually had one of my dogs I was working with me at the time. And there was a nurse sitting on the cot with this little child. So I get a little teary-eyed on this. But I was walking by with Dirk. Dirk was the dog. And next thing you know, this baby started reaching out, giggling, laughing. And so I just looked kind of like, well, can she say hi? And the nurse was like, oh, yes. So I brought the dog over to her. And, just to watch this what this child has been through, light up and smile and crack up, start laughing. Well, under that corner of my eye, one of the doctors ran out of the room, or ran down the hallway. And then like 2 minutes later, these 3 officers came running in. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I messed up, with the dog in the hospital, with the kid. But they were amazed by the reaction, because this 2-year-old girl was in there after what she went through, no emotions whatsoever. Didn't cry, didn't laugh, didn't smile. I mean, just like a blank board. And so to see what this dog did for this little girl, I knew after I saw that, I knew what dogs could do for people. So what we did is we actually take these two, we pair them up, and we train to have them to be their service dogs. With our program, to qualify for a program, basically several things that you have to have. You got to have a letter from the VA stating that you're over 70% disabled. We need a copy of your DD-214, a copy of your disability rating letter, and if you rent or own, a copy from the landlord stating that you have a dog there throughout the training. And actually this year we expanded into the first responders now. So we actually started doing first responders. We actually took on our first firefighter a couple months ago, and doing great. So the qualifications for a first responder, of course you got to have a letter from the doctor, and treated if it's mental or physically. And then from there, we will find a dog for them, and then we start the process like we do with the veterans. So we have expanded to first responders this year. If the dog's under a year old, we actually start with the Puppy Star program. It's through the AKC, American Kennel Club. And then once they graduate, or they test out of Puppy Star program, then they go into Canine Good Citizen. And then once they test out of that, then they go Canine Good Citizen in the community. Then once they test out of that, they go Canine Good Citizen Urban. So I like to put a lot of certification on our dogs for service dogs. Then what they do is they start the tasking part. The tasking part is where the dog actually starts learning the task or the job that's to perform for the veteran or the first responder. You have to pair this veteran up with the dog that would best fit this veteran's needs. For example, so with my disability, one of my disabilities is with my TBI, I lose my balance. So if I had a little Yorkie to hold me up, that's not going to happen. That Yorkie's going to go flying with me. So that's why I have a big dog. I have a Newfoundland. So if I start to get unstable, he can balance me. He can hold me up. So that'd be, one of my disabilities. Another veteran's disability might be completely different. So we have to actually pair up the dog to the veteran for what best fits their needs. We do not breed discriminate. We got everything from pit bulls to shepherds to Yorkies, believe it or not, Chihuahuas. Once they graduate, once they go through all the CGC stuff, the tasking, we do one final test. The test takes about a day long, or it takes one day. We'll start in the morning about 10 o'clock or so, and then we'll actually go out in the public. We'll go shopping, we'll go for a car ride, we'll hit one of public transportation, we'll hit some elevators, everything that we covered throughout the training we'll do. And then we'll actually take the veteran and we'll treat them to lunch, and that would actually role play, not really role playing, but we're actually taking them out and see how they would do out in a public environment. As far as going to a restaurant, going to a movie, walking down Main Street. Excuse me. So at the end of the day, me and Dan will sit down, we'll evaluate the test, and graduate them. If they don't graduate, no big deal. We'll just go back and whatever they need to work on, we'll just hit that real hard, and then we'll test them again. But once they graduate, we'll have once a year we have one nice big graduation ceremony. We're not done with them. They are always welcome back to do training, to come hang out. We do some outings with the veterans. For example, every first Friday of the month, we have a cookout here. So this kind of gave me the idea. I thought back of, I always call her my little girl in Afghanistan. What Dirk did for this little girl, maybe I can do this for our veterans. So this gave me the idea to start up the U.S. Kennels. I'm saving dogs' lives because we're getting from rescue. I'm saving veterans' lives because those are dogs. So this is a good way I can get back to my brothers and sisters and my first responders. So I got the idea to start the U.S. Kennels. But other than that, we're driving on.